Today we're going to be reviewing Villain of the Story, Divided. This came in from a Patreon request by a patron known as Glenn. He wants me to check this out, man. He's been wanting me to check this shit out for the longest time now. So we're going to see what it has to offer, man. I've reacted to one track by this band so far, and that's Karma. But we're just going to get right into his biography, and we're going to jump in. Here we go. Villain of the Story started out as a 5-piece metalcore band based out of Minnesota that was put together from the minds of Sam Fassler, ex We Are the Blog / Insomniac, and Andrew Bart, ex Out Came Wolves. They handpicked Christian Grey vocals, Logan Bartholomew vocals / bass, and Cody Pauly on guitar to form the band. The band went into the studio with Johnny Frank, ex Attack, that's impressive, in October of 2013 and recorded 2 singles, The Holy One and Somebody to Care. When they returned home, they added Sam Bonatti on drums. Their first song, The Holy One, was released on January 16, 2014, which was later followed up with the release of Somebody to Care. Bots had their debut show opening for Alias on the Minnesota Date of the Decade tour. March 29, 2014, in the Loneg stage of the Garage in Burnsville, Minnesota. After receiving some positive feedback off the 2 singles, the band decided to go back into the studio in early April 2014 to record an EP. While recording the EP, they recorded a cover of NSYNC's Pop, which debuted on Johnny Frank's personal YouTube channel June 18th. Now, Johnny Frank, I'm pretty sure he made a solo project. I think it's called Billy or something. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, I have reacted to it. I can't remember what it was. It's like a dubstep / metalcore project. I'm pretty sure that's him that made it. On May 11th, the band opened for the likes of Dance Gavin Dance and Capture the Crown as part of the Minnesota date of the Acceptance Speech Tour. After their second show, Sean Wayne was added on bass in order for Logan to move on to vocals. The new Vots landed a spot on the Minnesota date of the All-Stars Tour 2014. Bonnie left the band in early August due to personal and musical differences before the band shot their first music video. The video was done by Jeremy Tremp for their next single, A Life Worth Living. The song premiered on September 14, 2014. Villain of the Story began working with 513 Bobby Colton in early 2015 and were booked to open for Suicide Silence on the Stronger Than Faith tour, March 1st in Minnesota. Cody Pauly left the band for personal reasons prior to the band's debut EP release and was replaced by Michael Ivers before opening for Suicide Silence. It's impressive. This band's opened for one of my favorite bands of all time. Bots officially released their long-awaited debut EP, The Prologue, on March 3rd, 2015. While making physical copies available to those who attended the Suicide Silence show days prior. The band then opened the Minnesota date of the Zombie 5 tour with The Devil Wears Prada, Sleepwave, and Secrets on May 8, 2015. In July, Vots landed a spot on the Minnesota date of Vans Warped Tour after winning the Ernie Ball Battle of the Bands competition, and were estimated to have pulled the largest attendance for the Ernie Ball stage that day. On October 7, 2015, the band released their music video for The Phantom off of the Prologue EP. After returning to the studio and recording 3 new songs, the band released Break the Chains on January 4th, 2016 as its own release. In March 2016, the band hit the studio of Johnny Frank once again to record their first full-length album. The first single from the album, Dragon Sickness, premiered on August 1st, 2016. In September 2016, Villain of the Story signed with Stay Sick Recordings and released the second single off the record, Promise Me. Following the signing led to the announcement of the band's first ever tour dates with the fellow SSR artist Vesta Collide for December 2016. After 2 short runs across some of the Midwest and East Coast, Villain of the Story opened the last 11 shows of I Prevail's Lifelines tour in March 2017 in support of their album Wrapped in Vines, Covered in Thorns, which was released on March 3rd, 2017. The band struggled to find touring opportunities until heading out for a second time with Glass Houses that December. At the beginning of 2018, the band mutually parted ways with Stay Sick Recordings in order to start the release of the next album. Too Far Gone debuted on March 9th. making it the band's fastest growing release. Vots hit the road for their longest tour to date in March with Dead Ships, and we gave it hell for 3 weeks, spanning from the central Florida to Seattle, Washington, and across all of Canada. After the headline tour, they released the second single, Decay, from their second album. Once hitting the studio in late June to finish recording the album, the title track, Ashes, was released on July 17th, along with the full announcement of the sophomore album, Ashes, to be independently released on August 31st. There's nothing that states about the new album. The new album was just released last year. I must have missed this. I apologize if I did miss this. There's a lot of shit that I have to get to. Oh, I forgot the discography. I'm so sorry, guys. Discography of Villain of the Story is as follows. Wrapped in Vines, Covered in Thorns, Ashes, Bloodshot Instrumental, and Divided. The first track is called Never Again. Let's do this. All right. Holy shit! Holy fuck, dude. Wow. Very different sound, man. Holy fuck, dude. That dude can scream, man. Wow. So I just gotta tell you right now, man, just jumping in blind. I've only heard one song by this band. I think I heard another song, I can't remember what it was. Glenn requested it on a live stream. I don't think it's on the channel. I don't think I put it on the channel. Maybe it is, but I know the Patreon request is definitely on the channel. But Karma really fucking impressed me. And so far, this is really, really a unique sound compared to most metalcore bands out there. I just feel like they have like fucking high pitched screams and singing in the same song. That's very, very unique. I've never heard that before with any other band.